Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. Happy 3-year anniversary to The Public Affair, which is technically this week, but as you guys are watching the show, it's been a lot longer than that, okay? So I definitely want to use this opportunity. Thank you guys again so much for all the love and support that you continue to show the show. Of course, the Rogue Media Network, Mike Hamilton, Allison Robles, we got Mason over here producing this episode of The Public Affair, and I'm so grateful to you guys and this team. So thank you guys again so much for all you do for me. Truly appreciate it. Now, as you can see, I'm a little bit lit because me and my guest, we went out and we got just a tad, we got a tad lit before the show. I need to make him loosey-goosey, all right? Now, before I introduce him and we get on to the episode, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by David Santabañez with Linear Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office. He'll help you buy a home or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea. Or just call the number on the screen. Listen, don't wait to buy your brand new house. And if you don't know what you're doing, call up my boy David with Alinea. He's going to walk you through the entire process. He is the #1 sales agent for a reason. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair, bro. I truly appreciate you. Of course, to Arturo's Frame, Arturo Lleva de la Cruz, they do wood framing for houses and all remodeling. That's right. You want your shower to be a walk-in shower so you and the side piece can go in there? Arturo's Frame got you. They also assist with building a brand new home from the ground up because, sometimes you don't want to move in somebody's old nasty house. You want your own house with its own amenities. Arturo's Frame is going to help you with that. Hablan inglés y español también. Call the number on the screen for a free in-town consultation and follow on Facebook at Arturo's Frame. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to JB Auto Detailing with Joseph Blancas, who provides mobile detailing for all of Waco and the surrounding area, promising 100% satisfaction guarantee, leaving your vehicle looking brand new and fresh. You leave the stains in there, he got you. Believe me, he's gotten the stains out of my car once or twice, all right? Pricing and such at JB, I'm talking about those stains, yeah. Those kind of things. Pricing and such at jbautodetail.net. Call the number on the screen to book and follow on Facebook at JB Auto Detailing. Thank you, Joseph, so much for all your support and sponsorship of The Public Affair. Oh, this is one of our friends, of course. So our friend Julian Anabanda with Banda's Hauling Service. They run dump trailers. You fill it up and they haul it away, darling. That's right. They also do junk removals and tree brush removals and haul cars in and out of town. My guest, Orlando, he's reliable. 100%.
Hell of a guy.
Hell of a guy.
Amazing guy.
He tells you he's going to be there in 20 minutes. He's there in 10 minutes. All right?
He's there, though. He's going to be
there.
He's
there, absolutely. Book now with the number on the screen to Banda's Hauling Service. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking Elite Barbershop with my boy Sid Rodriguez, who's got me looking super snackish for my guest on this episode of The Public Affair, located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen to book or download the Squire app. That's right, darling. Listen, walk-ins are welcome as well. They got Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, and Isai Reyes over there making you look as snackish as I have for more than 159 episodes of The Public Affair. Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm getting old. That's it. Thank you so much for all you do for me in The Public Affair, bro. I truly, truly appreciate you. All right, guys. So like I said, I've been excited. Okay. So here's what happened, right? Here, let me take a sip before I do this, right? This nigga, he's gonna message me 2 years ago. It was in 2021, yes, because I saw the date. And he was like, I will pay you to be on your show. I should have took him up on his offer because I'm a broke bitch now, right? And now it makes me wonder how much I can really start charging people to come onto The Public Affair. No, but you know what? Timing was perfect and everything because we just met for some drinks beforehand so we can get him nice and loosey-goosey. And he said, if you would have invited me 2 years ago like I asked, I would not have been in the right mindset. Now he's here to tell us his story, and he's here fun, lucid, and I'm so excited to just dive right into it, not him. I'm so excited to welcome Mr. Orlando Salas, the owner of Salas Construction and Roofing LLC from McGregor, Texas, here on The Public Affair. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
You know what, Orlando, I'm doing great. I'm so happy that we met for drinks beforehand.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like it just really help us set in stone how this episode and the direction was gonna take.
Absolutely. I'm not. I can't turn down some drinks. And
I'm
glad
for sure.
You did that.
You like turning up too? Are you a turn up kind of guy?
I love turning up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
I mean, it's just I need to tone it down a little bit. You know
no,
what
yeah.
I mean? But absolutely. But I'm glad we turned up before this,
we did.
which is awesome.
Yeah,
I appreciate you inviting me for them drinks.
I am so happy. No, I think. Well, did I invite you? Yes, you did. Yes, because I was at my home. Yes, I was at home in my underwear playing PS5, and I was like, well, I guess I'll take this nigga out for drinks. He sounds nervous. And so, yeah.
But it was awesome though, man.
Yeah.
Julian, I just want to make hell of a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, man.
Oh, yes.
Reliable. Anybody needs anything, dumpsters, materials hauled, that's the guy, though.
Banda's Hauling Service.
Absolutely.
I say it. They've sponsored the show for almost 3 years already. Love those people.
Awesome people. And then one more thing.
Oh,
my
yeah,
little
go
sister,
ahead.
man, my little sister graduates on August 2nd. She just finished her nursing school, man. And I love you, sis. Whatever you need, I got you. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Is
man.
she the plug if we need some, like, I need some muscle relaxers right now because I just hurt myself working out.
Absolutely.
I need to tell her,
yeah.
or else I'm not putting out this episode. Tell her I need some fucking Tylenol codeine, bitch, or else I'm not fucking, I will hold this episode hostage.
I'll see what I can do. Listen,
Absolutely. Orlando, I'm so grateful that you're here on the show. Like I said, you did slide in my DMs 2 years ago. And, you know, I with all due respect, I interpreted you as one of those guys. You know what I mean? Because usually when somebody is willing to pay me to come on the show, that means they're just on some bullshit. For the record, I've never taken any money for anybody to be on this show. I have never exchanged money. Nobody's ever paid me. So people might have fucked me to be on the show, yes. But other than that, it wasn't Orlando. Yeah, I wish it was. It wasn't. I gave him 2 years to get with this, and he didn't. No, but talk about that because
man,
you weren't in the right mindset back in the day.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad you didn't accept me on that. You know what I mean? When somebody's willing to throw money at you, you know what I mean, without even an explanation or something. We're just trying to, you know what I mean? Yeah, just trying to be on the show and everything. And then, man, I was not in the right mindset. I mean, during that time, I just started my company. You know what I mean? Right. I was ripping my hair out. I was struggling during that time, man. I was just trying to get these jobs done. I was trying to get my name out, and I wasn't in the right place of mind at all.
Do you think it was a desperation ploy to be like, listen, I just got to get on some type of platform for exposure? Do you know what I mean? And I say that very humbly because you know, listen, I'm not fucking birthing stars here. You know what I mean? Like I've had plenty of musicians on there. They're not getting their next big hit because they're on the public affair. But you know, it sounded like, you know, and I do want to get onto it later on in the show, that you were venturing out on your own and you were doing any and everything that you can to just put your name out there. Does that sound like it's fair?
Absolutely. No, that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? And I was like, hey, maybe I'll get on the show. I'm gonna wear a company hat. I was gonna come in with the whole uniform, man. But
now I mean, you're just regular.
Exactly. Now I'm just me. I'm just me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to promote nothing. Yes. I'm just here as myself, Orlando Salas.
And that's what I say. Timing is everything. I knew that wasn't the right time to invite you.
That's
I knew
awesome,
that it wasn't the right time.
I applaud you for that, man.
I for sure. I have a niche for this. This is what I do. This is my profession. Now, I should have took advantage of you. I should have said, what are you willing to do?
I wouldn't have blamed you.
Yes, I should have said, what are you willing to do to come on this show? And, you know, I should have, but I didn't because I have morals contrary to what people think. Okay?
So. I get it.
Listen, Orlando, tell me about well, first of all, introduce yourself to us because you are from McGregor. You're not originally from Texas. You barely moved to Waco a year ago. So a lot of people are probably like, Andrew, who the fuck is this guy? I mean, ladies, gay, and you know the gays are going to be in your DMs after this, right? Yes, they are. The gays are going to be in your DMs after this. And don't get mad at me, please.
No, I'm not getting mad.
And if I find out you fucked one of them before me, I'm going to be so pissed off at you. I'm going to be, because they talk. But anyway, no, tell us a little bit, honestly, on a serious note, tell us a little bit about who you are, life growing up for you. Who Orlando Salas is, please.
All right, so I moved to Texas, man. I was about 6.
Yeah.
The reason why we moved to Texas is because my parents wanted to get. We're from Belgrade, Florida.
Okay.
If you research Belgrade, Florida, there's a lot of stuff in there, man.
Where is that? Like
it's literally by Palm Beach County. It's in Florida, so it's down there. You know
it's like in the south. I lived in Hialeah for a few months. That's why I asked.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm from Belgrade, man, and it was ghetto, man.
Really?
A lot of drugs, a lot of gang activity, and man. I remember just coming home one day, and my parents were like, hey, we're moving. I'm like, we're moving. We hopped in the van, and we came to Texas.
You just came to Texas.
It was literally like that. I didn't even say goodbye to nobody.
Right.
It was just so instant, man. And my parents told me why, and then I understood. I was like, yeah, let's go. Yeah.
What was going on with them? Were they kind of like involved in things like that?
Oh, no, they weren't. My older brothers, you know what I mean? I love my older brothers. Shout out to them. But, I mean, there's just a lot of gang activity, and it's hard not to get drug into that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And that's exactly what my mom seen that was happening. And then she was like, hey, man, we got to move. We got to leave. Yeah. We got to leave. So just one day out of the ordinary, you know what I mean? I just come home. She's like, get in the van. We're leaving. Everything was packed up. And here we are. We came to Texas.
So how many of you are there?
There's 8 of us in total.
Damn, your parents were busy.
I mean,
your parents were so busy. How the fuck did you grow up in a house with 8 kids?
It was hard. Don't get me wrong. It was hard.
You guys were like living in poverty for the most part too, weren't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So when we came to Texas, we lived with my mom's sister. We lived there for a couple of years. You know what I mean? Yeah. Eventually, they got their own place, and then during that time, it's not that my dad was a bum. You know, he's far from that. He works. It's just, man,
shout out to the dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to the dad.
Working 40 hours a week and having 8 kids to raise. You know what I mean? It's a little difficult.
That's
and then on top of that, we were living in a two bedroom house.
Oh my God.
So man, I grew up sleeping on the couch for the longest.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't, you know what I mean? And eventually I got older. Of course, I finally got my own room, but
yeah,
I didn't get my own room till I was like 17, 18 maybe.
No, I feel you, because I didn't get I shared a room with my twin brother. We do not have a relationship, and he got sent to Job Corps and ran away and shit like that. So I didn't get my own room till I was 17. Then I left. I ended up getting my own house or apartment. But no. Okay, so was it hard for your? Did you realize back in the day how hard it was for your parents to be like, or did you relish any anger because you didn't understand, or how did that all work for you?
Man, as crazy as it sounds, man, living in poverty,
mm-hmm.
I think those were the best years of my life.
Really?
As crazy as it sounds like,
okay.
because family really becomes family whenever they're living in the struggle. And then, you know what I mean? We used to sleep with no electricity. We used to have a cooler with ice with food in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My neighbors used to, Butch and Lucy, but those are awesome people, man.
Yeah.
But they used to put the water hose through the window in the bathroom. We used to load up containers of water so we could shower.
Wow.
Yeah, it was always like that, man. And it was like that throughout a majority of my junior high career and also into my high school career.
So that was just regular for you?
Yeah, it was regular to me, you know what I mean? And I wasn't mad at them or anything. It's just, It is what it is. It's life.
But you probably didn't understand, so that was normal to you.
Exactly. It was normal.
How bad did it get for you and your family, though? I mean, so you mentioned that, you lived with no electricity. How did you end up not being a product of your environment at that point? Because it doesn't sound like you had a lot of direction either. You know what I mean?
It's not. So my parents would always give me advice. You know what I mean? They'll tell me what not to do, what to do.
Yeah.
And I took upon that, and then I'm not gonna lie, they did guide me in the right direction. They did.
Okay.
You know, and also watching my older brothers. You know what I mean? They did tell me, hey man, you're messing up. You need to correct this.
Got you.
Even if we did come from poverty like that, man. They're like, man, you one day get a job. You know, work yourself up, buy a car. And I did exactly that, and I ended up working at Pizza Hut, bought my first car, and I was 16 years old.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? And then
shout out to Pizza Hut. I fucking love me some Pizza Hut.
In Gatesville.
Yeah. In Gatesville? Oh yeah, because you're from McGregor.
Exactly.
Jeez. Oh yeah. Well, Gatesville is a hop.
No, it is. But
yeah, I've not slept from anybody in McGregor yes, I have in Gatesville. Gatesville's far. Yeah, I've been to Gatesville 100
It's still a little drive, even from McGregor though. But it was a short enough drive to where I can make that, and I was working during that time.
Oh, okay, I got you. How did it affect your relationship with your parents, though, if you don't mind me asking? Like, it's got to be hard raising 8 kids, and I'm sure they butted heads a lot. Or were you guys not involved in that, or how did that work out?
Oh no, yeah, we definitely bumped heads. Especially, I always feel like one of my siblings was getting more than me. You know what I mean? Of course, I lashed out on that.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? But
are you the middle, or?
Oh yeah, I'm the middle. Yeah,
okay,
I'm the middle one, and then I just felt like I wasn't getting what I needed, but I had to understand during that time they're giving me what I can, exactly what they can give me. But
okay,
but man, my parents, man, they're hardworking people. Man, they're good people. It's just, I just had a lot of brothers.
Yeah,
I had a lot of siblings.
Yeah. Did you notice though, like, so in a small school like McGregor, right? Because that is a relatively small town. There's like not even 1,000 people in that town, right?
Yeah.
Did anybody realize that you guys were going through those kind of struggles? Did anybody reach out to help or anything, or was that just really normal to you? You guys didn't even talk about it.
That was normal to us. You know what I mean? Even during that time, even if somebody wanted to reach out, I probably would have been like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Because my pride during that time, was set so high. Like I can be living under the bridge. You're like, hey, I want to help you. I'm like, no,
you're good. Yeah,
I'm gonna do it by myself.
I'm the same way too.
You know what I mean? And to this day, I'm the same way. But
yeah,
especially like being Mexican, your family put that machista mindset into you.
Okay.
My dad was like, you're a man. You're gonna do it.
You're gonna figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to. You know what I mean? And to this day, I still carry that, and I'm kind of glad he gave me that mindset.
I got you.
You know what I mean? But
is that why you're still single though? Because you're hard to deal with. Orlando's single, by the way. Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I'm just finally starting to get my head right. Maybe because man, back then, give me, like I was saying, 2 years back, no girl would want to date me. You know, I was just a shitty person.
Yeah. No, I do kind of want to touch on 2 years ago because again, you slid in my DMs 2 years ago. You were very vulnerable. If I was a piece of shit nigga, I would have definitely took advantage of you. I would have played mind games with you, and we probably would have slept together. Absolutely. But no. Okay. How did the circumstances of your life affect you individually? So, I mean, you mentioned that you had that mindset of I got to get it, I have to be independent, blah, blah, blah. But would you say that you were a problem child? Were you lashing out and stuff as well? I mean, you mentioned not getting the amount of attention that you felt like you deserved, right? But so did that affect you in your school life? I mean, were you beating niggas up all the time? Were you, you know what I mean? Like getting girls pregnant?
I get it. I definitely had anger problems. I definitely did. You know what I mean? But what it really did to me, closed me off to where I wouldn't even talk to my family. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was a real closed off person. I was that one dude that you see in that corner over there with the lights turned off, just watch TV being a loner.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
You were antisocial.
Exactly. I really was antisocial, and then I just grew out of that. But like that's what. That whole situation put me to that mindset. I need to be closed off.
Yeah.
I need to protect myself.
Okay.
Nobody needs to know what I'm vulnerable about.
Okay. Would you say you were a pretty rebellious person then?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was the worst thing you did that just made your parents like, oh, no, what the fuck? We already don't have lights. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
So during that time, I was pretty young. I was still in high school. You know what I mean? I'll just be out all day. You know, I wasn't doing drugs or, you know what I mean? I wasn't doing nothing too bad. So you didn't get
caught up in stuff like that?
Absolutely not. No. I knew right from wrong. You know what I mean?
So is that never or just like taking the wrong path is what I'm asking?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's not, I was just too smart. I guess, of course I grew up in poverty and everything. I was so closed off, but my parents instilled in my mind what was right and what was wrong.
Okay, gotcha.
So I never really got too deep into doing bad things. You know
got you.
Yeah, they instilled that into my mind.
Regardless of the fact that you came from circumstances in Florida and, whatever, that there was a lot of gangs and drug activity and stuff like that, you never got caught up in that lifestyle.
I didn't.
You did not.
Yeah, so we moved to Texas. I was 6 years old. I was young.
Yeah.
I just started first grade, I believe.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But if we would have stayed out there, oh my God, absolutely.
I would have done deal.
I would have head first.
Yeah, for sure.
Head first. I would have been top gang member.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Really? So wait, but did anybody in your family ever just kind of take the wrong path? And I mean, did you guys hold your? I remember you mentioning just a second ago that your brothers really tried to hold you to a certain decorum of accountability, right? And so did you guys all have to do that for each other, or was it just kind of like dog eat dog world? We're in this to ourselves, and whatever you choose to do is what you do.
Yeah, it was never a dog eat dog world. I mean, to them, I'm not gonna lie, to my older siblings, it was.
Okay.
Because they didn't have any guidance. You know what I mean? My older siblings, they definitely, they're wild. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they checked me on that before I got wild.
I got you.
You know what I mean? And I applaud them for that. You know what I mean? They're like, you're messing up. You need to stop.
I don't know. See, like we grew up that way though. You know what I mean? Like my parents, like we were all just fend for yourself.
I get it.
Absolutely. And now that's my lifestyle, and it's not convenient for them, and I don't give a fuck. that's just the way it is. That's what you raised me to be like for 30 years. Too bad. You know what I mean? Now parents are divorced.
Oh, they are.
They are divorced. How did that affect you when they got divorced? And how old were you when they split up?
I was 12.
You were 12. Okay, got you.
And then, man, the main reason why they split up was because of money issues. It definitely was money issues.
Fucking money. I'm so tired of fucking money. I am. Money just pisses everybody off.
Me too. I think money's the root of all evil. It really is.
Really, money. I learned that on the show. Money truly is. I was having anxiety attacks over fucking money.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I don't, it took my friend Morrow to uppercut me and be like, you're blessed, bro. You have a fucking roof over your head and a nice ass car. What the fuck you stressed about some money? Debt and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, but so they broke up over some money.
Yeah, they broke over some money, and then I was kind of stuck in the middle of it.
Okay.
I had to choose sides, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And it kind of sucked. It had come to that, but I chose my mom's side. I was just back and forth with everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure.
But eventually I ended up staying with my dad though.
You did stay. Okay, so you chose to live with your mother.
Yeah.
But then moved with your dad.
Yeah.
Was there a purpose behind that, or?
I just see it in there. I see my dad needed more help than my mom did during the time.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely needed more help. So I'm gonna.
Now, when you say help, do you mean like more in a he's not able to work kind of way, or just like for mentality reasons, or?
He's not able to work during that time.
Okay.
He was on disability.
Okay, and you were working. Well, you were only 12.
Yeah, I was young during the time, but I was making money. You know what I mean? Bills were getting paid, and
how were you making money at 12 years old?
Oh no. So they ended up splitting up. Not at 12. Sorry about that. It was like 14, 15.
14. Okay.
14, 15, and
gotcha.
then so during that time, my dad was making enough money from disability to where he get the bills paid.
Yes.
And as soon as I hit 15, 16, I started working at Pizza Hut.
At Pizza Hut.
And then that's whenever I bought a first car, and we had a car during the time too.
Right.
And then It's not that he was never broke or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Disability sucks. You get paid like $800 a month.
Shout out to the dad because it sounds like they wouldn't have made 8 fucking kids, but but it's not. There's people who are out there that make 8 kids and act like we all owe it to them.
Exactly.
And it sounded to me like your parents had 8 kids and we're in survival mode. We got to figure this out.
Yeah, they were.
We like making children. It's fun, right? but we got to figure this shit out, right?
Yeah, definitely. I remember going to Caritas. I used to go to the Salvation Army.
Yes.
Yeah, they give you one of them little tickets. I used to be in there getting the jerseys.
For sure. Sometimes they be having the nice shit.
Exactly. So to me, I was happy.
You know what puts me, and I relate to you with this because when we were living in New York, I don't know if my parents would get mad for me saying this, but we had to get food from the food pantry.
Absolutely.
Like from the church and shit or whatever. And I remember one time my mom crying because I'll never fucking forget this, bro. My brother, I have a twin brother I mentioned earlier, which I haven't spoken to him in about a decade. And he wanted like Burger King or something. I don't fucking remember, And we were supposed to come back with Burger King. But when we got to the food pantry was like out of food. So my mom just had like a fucking breakdown in the car. I'll never forget this shit. And it like stamped in my head. I will never be this way with respect.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
I never want to be in a position like this.
I don't ever want to be in a position like that either.
And I will do anything that and I remember coming home and I told her, I was like, hey, I understand. I think I had like $60 saved up for like some video game or something. I'll give you the $60. Like, no, don't. And I remember my brother, like he was always the opposite. Like, where the fuck is my Burger King? You know what I mean? And he just didn't get it. And I'll never, Mom, if you watch this shit, bro, I will never fucking forget that. Because I can't imagine maybe your parents went through the same thing. You know what I mean? How the fuck are we feeding our kids today? Because it's their responsibility. Do you know what I mean?
It is.
And so when the parents, kind of getting back to this, when the parents break up and you have to decide which route you're going, okay? Did it affect one parent more than the other when you chose sides? I mean, like, how did that affect you in your relationship with your parents?
I know for a fact it was affecting them both.
Wow,
you know
okay.
What I mean? And it sucked that I couldn't be with both of them, you know what I mean? But differences are differences. You don't want to force something, especially if the chemistry is not there.
Yeah.
And then for the longest, I used to be like, y'all need to make it work for the kids, man. The older that I've gotten, don't put your kids through that. You know what I mean? The older I've gotten, I actually appreciate them splitting up. You know what I mean? Because what we're seeing was toxic, you know what I mean? And they did split up, and shout out to that. I mean, it sucks to say, but I'm kind of glad they split up.
It was probably for the best for them.
It was, though. Absolutely. It was for the best.
Because that has to, like, induce a lot of stress.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like, how the fuck, like, we got to take, both of them work, though, right?
No, so my mom was a stay-at-home mom. My mom was an immigrant, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she works hard. Don't get me wrong. It's just, man, especially here in Texas, man, immigrants are looked down on so bad.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I hate that she's stuck in that position.
Right.
But it's gonna get better for her, trust me. But
has their relationship gotten better? Because obviously they're probably still divorced.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Has their relationship gotten better now that you guys are a lot older? I mean, you seem like you're a little bit more successful. You got the nice hot chain on you. You know what I mean? I love a man with a chain. You know what I mean? They're like roach nigga-y, but not really. Like, you know what I mean?
But their relationship definitely is better. I get home sometime. My mom's there. They're cracking jokes with each other.
When you were living with dad, were you strained with your relationship from your mother?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you look back at it now? Have you guys had that conversation?
We have. We've nitpicked at it, but we've never fully had the conversation. But yet again, I'm the type of person that my mom, she apologized. I could see it in her eyes, man. She don't necessarily got to tell me that.
Right.
But my mom's a good person. She can literally just look at me. I've forgiven her.
You forgive her.
You know what I mean?
But it's not like she gave all 8 kids to your dad and said, here, you figure it out, bitch. Like,
exactly. No,
you guys were all just kind of separated.
Yeah, definitely. But like my mom, she wasn't working, but she was still getting food somewhere. She'd go to the pantries and she was hustling. She used to sell bread for a while, sweet bread.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
But is
she still doing that? Because I would love some.
No
disrespect. I'm being like dead ass. Like, I will go to fucking McGregor and buy some sweet bread.
I'll ask her. But it's been a while since she's done it though.
Yes, tell her I'll sleep with her son if she doesn't. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, don't tell that to her, please, because I went to Mexico and I did sleep with somebody out there and they fucking think I'm the Wicked Witch of the West. Like, don't do it. Don't make that joke. As a matter of fact, don't cut that out. It's fun. It's cute. Okay, so regardless of the circumstances, Orlando, parents are split up, you go live with your dad or whatever, and you ended up just not being a product of your environment. You ended up not being rebellious. You just kind of got to work. But you mentioned 2 years ago when you messaged me, you were not.
I don't even. Would I say this? Would I?
No, yeah. We didn't even get into it, but I'm about to get into it.
Okay.
Because you mentioned 2 years ago that you were just not in the right headspace, and yeah, I wonder if at this point alcohol and drugs was getting involved.
It was.
Okay, great.
It was, absolutely. It was.
So I definitely want to talk more about that, but we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to learn more about Orlando's antics, about drugs, alcohol abuse. Definitely about, I want to get into the roofing and the construction, how you got into all that, being burned by other businesses, and so much more. Orlando, we're about to have some fun. It got deep for a minute, but
No, we're good. We're
good, okay? He's going to take another jingle. We'll be right back here on The Public Affair, so make sure you stay tuned. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Mr. Orlando Salas. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just some more sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. I love my sponsors. Love them, love them, love them. Of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Big Bear Lawn Care with Fernando de la Rosa. He's a small landscaping business. Listen, y'all's lawns, I already know the lawns are a hot ass mess because it's hot outside and y'all don't want to go out there and mow them, all right? Call Big Bear Lawn Care with Fernando de la Rosa. He's got you. He specializes in mowing, edging, mulching, and so much more. So when I do his social media ads, sometimes mowing corrects to moaning and I get scared. But anyway, listen, he's not going to make you moan, I don't think. Listen, just call Big Bear Lawn Care for your small landscaping needs. Call the number on the screen for a free quote to Big Bear Lawn Care. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin Avenue. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training with elite skills training to make your kids superb star athletes with professionals like George De Leon. Open plays on Mondays and Wednesdays for ages 16 and older. And The Public Affair is also a very proud sponsor of the Soko Soccer teams, coached by my brother, Mauro Maldonado, the GOAT at coaching. If you need your kids coached by somebody who's amazing with discipline and he yells at them, but it's for constructive purposes, call him. Call Soko Soccer Academy. Follow on Instagram and Facebook, Soko Soccer Academy, on Instagram at Soko Soccer 254. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Blue Star RV Services, my boy Manny Guerrero. He's a mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs. I'm talking about travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, food trucks, and so much more. I was just telling Orlando because Orlando said he wants to buy an RV. All of them, they're all pieces of shit. Every single one of them, they're all pieces of shit. But let me tell you something. If you call Blue Star RV, he will come to you. He knows how to get paid directly through the manufacturer warranty. All you gotta do is pay him a small little service fee. It ain't shit. And he's got you covered. Follow on Facebook or call the number on the screen to Manny Guerrero at Blue Star RV Services. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my boy Hugo Garcia with G-Boss Party Rentals. Hit him up for all party rentals. I'm talking about bounce houses, dunk booths, water slides, and so much more. He will even rent you out a mechanical bull. So if Orlando wants to see how this works and what riding mechanical bull is, he will get it taken care of for you. Call him for your next thing going on, okay? Call the number on the screen. Follow on Facebook at G-Boss Party Rentals with my boy Hugo Garcia. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, my Vice, J Pedal and Poke with Junior Fuentes, Thomas Roberts, and the entire family. They provide delicious, savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls. They also have handcrafted Thai-rolled ice cream for dessert. You could choose from a menu item, or you could just be like me, because I like to be in control, so I like to make my own poke bowls, and I just be putting all my different kind of ingredients in there with all the proteins, all the sauces, and I love it. Oh, it just melts down your throat, and it's so healthy for you. Locations on University Park Drive and Hewitt Drive. You can order online at jpedaltx.com. To J Pedal and Poke, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate you guys. All right, guys, we're going to get right back into this with my very luscious and hot guest, Mr. Orlando Salas. Now, Orlando, I said Salas. It's Salas. Salas.
There's so many ways to say it.
It's Salas.
It's Salas.
It's Salas.
Salas.
One of my best friends in New York was Amanda Salas.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know where she's at now, but I love her. Yeah.
I think there's just so many ways to say it.
Yes. Now, you're from McGregor.
I am.
Some of my best side pieces have came out of McGregor. I don't know what it is with you. I don't know if you guys are just like not exposed to a lot. I don't know if you have a lot of pent up energy. Would you agree that you're a pretty good side piece because you're from McGregor?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. I've never thought of it, but McGregor's hidden under a rock.
It is.
You know what I mean? There's. You show something new in McGregor, but I was like, whoa.
Well, you guys do have Luigi's, and Luigi's be going.
We do have Luigi's.
Which way has Luigi's now too? So don't play.
But. Yeah, I've never been there, and I'm from McGregor. I've never
best
been
Italian. Shout out to Luigi's, the best Italian.
I bet.
Best Italian. No, they're so good. No, but McGregor, and that's why I'm being funny here, but like the small town people, they just have a lot of pent up energy with them. You know what I mean? Like they just want to explore. You know.
I've heard of that before. Yes. Somebody's actually told me that before, and it does make sense.
So have you ever just put it down on a girl and she was like, that was the best ever, and it's because you're from McGregor?
I guess I've never asked. I mean, I guess
you don't ever
ask.
You don't ask afterwards? Yeah, you're supposed to. Every time I get smashed, they ask. They say, "How was that?" They do. They ask. You don't ask that? Is that not a thing?
I've never asked that.
You never smashed a guy and said, "How was that?" afterwards?
No, not a guy. I've never smashed.
God,
a
okay.
guy.
Okay, no. So you never put it on a girl with your McGregor piece, and you never said, "How was that?" Like, you've never done that.
You kind of just give a high five or something. You know what I mean?
Do you give a high five?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of just.
Yeah, I had a nigga give me fist bump one time.
I mean, you know what I mean? There's really no talking. It's either like a high five or a fist bump. You know what I mean? But yeah, usually they just because their hands up and you just. You know what I mean?
Oh, like okay, so she's just like laying there, just
yeah,
fluids coming out. And she's just like, yes, bitch. Like
and then you're asleep and you could just feel an arm there. You look over and it's a little.
Oh yeah, no, nobody's ever Nobody ever falls asleep on my bed. No, get the fuck out of here. Get out, move. No, nobody's ever done that. They do give me fist bump. But a lot of guys ask me afterwards, like, how was it? Like, I don't know, like, great. Like, it was good, I guess. Like,
it's awkward to ask that. You know what I mean? So that's why it's usually just I prefer with just like a gesture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, so you just give them 5. Like, all right.
Yeah,
good
either
job,
that
bitch.
or they gave me a 5. It just depends.
That's so cute. I'm like imagining that in my head right now.
Yeah, you don't talk or nothing. You just literally.
Well, it's not like you're going in and you're like, hey, how is this?
That's what I'm saying. No, yeah,
a little something.
No,
you just get disrespected for a little bit, and then, right, and then you give them a fucking 5.
They just roll over. I mean, yeah, that's how it is with me.
Okay, so you give 5s afterwards.
They usually give them to me, I guess.
That's like really hot to think about. I'm not gonna lie.
They just, I'm telling you,
that is so hot.
You're asleep, right? And you just look over, it's just little.
So you let the girl sleep over? You don't have a rule?
I mean, if you're vibing with a girl, you're vibing with a girl. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, no dude has ever slept in my house. Sheesh. I have never let I let one guy sleep over, but we didn't even have sex. I think he just needed a fucking place to sleep, that bitch. I do. We woke up in pajamas. And like, I was like, we weren't going to have sex. I thought you were sleeping over for a purpose, right? When you sleep over a girl's house, it's for a purpose.
And you still let him sleep over?
He did. He slept over one time.
Sheesh.
This was years ago, but yeah, he owes me money because I took him to Vegas. But yeah, he slept over one time, and we didn't do anything. And I thought that's why you slept over, because that's what we were doing. Yeah, but other than that, nobody's ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had guys put it on me and they just move on. You guys are disrespectful.
I mean, I try not to be, at least. I mean, I know these other guys, but like I said, there's not a whole conversation after you're done. You just it's either a high five, or if it's not a high five, you're just like, fuck.
So are you down with the conversation afterwards or not?
What do you mean?
Like when she's like, so how's your day going?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
oh, you are her?
Yeah, I'll be
I don't
even
want to talk. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Shut down.
Yeah, like, I'm out. Thank you. Call me tomorrow. Call me later if you want. Like, I'm out.
No, see, like I'd even, but hey, let's go get some food. You know what I mean? I'll be, I'm that type of guy.
Oh yeah.
You know
it's nothing like some zebra cakes afterwards.
Well, you got a Sefco. So I'm from McGregor. We didn't have no food or like that.
You didn't have zebra cakes from?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
The McGregor General Store did not sell zebra cakes?
No, Sefco. You got to go to Sefco because.
Okay, so do you get the burritos?
No, dude, I get the nachos.
after some peas?
Yeah.
Nice little snack.
Eat that and you just sleep. You sleep for like 2 days.
No, I love getting a nice zebra cake afterwards. Like, yeah, it's perfect. Zebra cakes are the best post smash snack afterwards.
I've never thought of that, but
get some zebra cakes, have them in your house. Now, are you in a relationship right now, Orlando, or are you just side piece material right now?
Sheesh. It's not that I'm a side piece. I'm not a hoe or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
you're just having fun.
Not even that, man.
Oh.
I guess I do talk. I do talk to somebody. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But like, no comment. I don't want to rush nothing like that.
Oh,
so
I
we'll
got
see
you.
how it goes.
So right now you're just like kind of in talking stages.
Yeah, I'm just coasting it. You know what I mean?
Why don't you get her some zebra cakes, and then go ahead and put it on her real quick, and then let me know how that goes.
All right.
Is she from McGregor? No comment.
It's just I'm a very private person.
Okay, when it comes to that.
So what I've noticed, man, the more people that are in your relationship, the more it goes down.
True.
You know what I mean? It's like I say, it's not that I'm out there hoeing or anything like that. But
no.
I'm just.
I just wanted to get to know Orlando when he was single, the hoe, wasn't talking to anybody.
Oh, no. If you want to know the Orlando that was single, like let's say 2 years back, I was a hoe.
So when you messaged me 2 years ago, you were a hoe.
I was a hoe. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck, can we please talk about that? So did I stand the chance?
No.
You wouldn't have given it up to be on the show?
Nah, absolutely. I was finna break a few $100 off or something. You know what I mean? But
I mean, no. It makes me wonder what people would do to be on the. First of all, I think that's an honor that people are willing to pay me to be on the show.
Yeah.
Right? No, I do. I'm glad that you said that because all that led to 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But
so 2 years ago, you were in a different mindset.
Ooh.
So we mentioned right before the break that there was maybe some drugs, alcoholism involved.
It was
being a hoe. You messaged me in 2021 and said that you wanted to come on the show, and just by judging at the message, I knew. No, I did. I knew right away.
Awesome, though. That's awesome.
I do. I've done this because when I was on the radio, it was the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And so I just knew, I was like, this guy is not. He's just not. And shout out to Tino Salas, who is your cousin, because we met at a line in GameStop when I was getting the Nintendo Switch OLED, and he mentioned that you were his cousin, and he said you should have my cousin on the show. And I didn't have the nerve to tell him because it was around that time. I didn't have the nerve to tell him, no, your cousin's on some shit, bro. Like if he's trying to smash, I'm down to smash. But like he cannot come on the show. Like I just know he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Talk to me about 2 years ago. What was going on in your life when you messaged me? How bad were things for you? What just pulled the rug underneath your feet?
So 2 years ago, that's whenever I first started doing my business.
Okay.
And man, starting a business is the most stressful thing in the world. Mm-hmm. And during that time, I actually started Salas Construction with negative $4,800. You see what I mean? Because somebody didn't pay me for a job that I did.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And I scrambled up whatever money I had, man, and I started an LLC and I started Salas Construction. Yeah. But during that time, man, I was closed off. I didn't talk to nobody. I only cared about me. I was selfish. I didn't. Right. Like you can literally be crying in front of me and I'll just laugh at you and just walk off. I was literally that closed off.
You were just like a selfish bitch.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was just grinding. Money. That's what I'm trying to say. Money can be dangerous.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. Man, because as of now, don't get me wrong, I'm starting to take time for myself. I've been going on vacations lately. I've been looking out for myself now instead of putting money priority. And man, one thing came true, man, the whole little experience that I've had, man, there's beauty in the struggle. It's crazy to sound to say that. Because whenever you're struggling, man, that shit builds character, man.
Well, it humbles you. Well, it humbles you. It puts people different.
Exactly.
Because it either makes you a victim or it humbles you.
Exactly. And it humbled me, man. It really did. I was like, man, we're all broke. What am I going to do? Am I just going to lock myself away or am I going to boss up and do something that I need to do? Right. And then, like I was saying, man, that was the last step. This guy, we did a job in Goldthwait, and then we did 2 roofs, and the guy fucked me out of $4,800. Wow. And man, I remember I broke down that night. You know what I mean?
When you say he fucked you out of did he say he was gonna pay you this and never did?
So he looked at me straight in my eyes. He was like, hey man, I'm gonna pay you tomorrow. Okay. And I was like, all right, man, that's fine. I appreciate. I shook his hand, went home. He ended up writing me 2 hot checks. Wow. And they both bounced. And during that time, I had to pay my guys. Like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. You know what I mean? So I ended up taking out a loan. I took out a loan just so I could pay my guys off. Right. You know what I mean? And man, it's just that was the last straw. That's what started Salas Construction.
Is that what? Well, I was gonna say, did that situation kind of throw you over the deep end? Like, because you mentioned that you started just like resorting to all these other things, which I really want to get into because I do.
Absolutely, I get it.
I'm not being gay because. Well, I've never even smoked a cigarette a day in my life. I mean, everybody knows I be drinking. I be drunk as fuck on the show. You know what I mean? But I have personally witnessed people that I've loved and cared about use and abuse drugs where it affected me. I was assaulted. You know what I mean? And so I wonder how bad it got for you. Was it that particular moment where it was just like, okay.
Absolutely. During that time, as soon as that happened, I was like, fuck life. Like, I'm just done. You know what I mean? I was like, man, this is all I got. And then that same night, that's when I prayed to God. And that was the lowest point in my life. Right. And then I prayed to God. I was like, man, if you get me out of it, you get me out of it. If not, it is what it is. I mean, it's your plan. And then I remember I was so broke, man. One of my workers bought me a $3 beer. I was that broke. Wow. And then he was like, man, look, man, I know you're going through it. Mm-hmm. And during that time, my worker didn't work for like a month. He was thugging it out with me. Right. He was like, hey, man, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And he bought me a $3 beer, man. And I was like, man, that's awesome, man. I teared up. I was like, man, I appreciate that. I know. You know what I mean?
Well, because you can't even afford a $3 beer.
I've been at the bottom, but like I was saying, that goes back to what you're saying. I would never return to that.
No, for sure.
Ever.
What kind of drugs were you using to cope with it?
drank and of course marijuana. Mm-hmm. I was doing coke. Don't get me wrong, I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was like, to me, being drunk was the only way out. Mm-hmm. So I'm like too drunk to even drink. So I ain't gonna lie, I hit a bump. Here we go again. Buy another 12-pack.
Yeah.
And then during that time, like I was saying, that was a real dark time for me, man. And to anybody that experienced that time with me during that time, I apologize. I was a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow,
I really was.
So you were just lashing out at everybody, though.
Everybody.
Were you taking advantage of people? Were you
all the above? Wow. All the above. I'm not even gonna lie. All the above. I've been a shitty person in my life.
Right.
Even before that, though, I was a shitty person.
But those things make you a shitty person, though.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's what people don't get.
Absolutely.
Again, one of my, I don't fuck with that nigga no more, but the guy who I was best friends with back in the day, that ruined our friendship. Do you know what I mean? Like, it really did. And people don't realize how people I know use cocaine recreationally and they want to party and shit like that. But for you, you were using it as like,
I was doing it every day. I'm not gonna lie. It's something that I kept to myself, but man, it definitely.
So nobody knew you were using it until just now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But like I grew out of it though. You know what I mean?
You did. Okay.
I'm done with that, man. I drank. I love to drink. You know what I mean?
Okay? Don't get me wrong. I'll fuck with some mimosas all day, and these White Claws are these black cherry White Claws are hitting it. Yeah.
I mean, I love Celsius. Man. I'm not gonna lie. I should have got those, but
no, I should. For you, you can have. Well, you know, my lips touch it, but you can have some if you want some. You can just what do they call waterfall it? You can have
waterfall it.
Yeah.
This one's full. Let me see. I'm like right here.
Okay. But you're trying. Okay, so here's the thing, Orlando, right? You're trying to run a business. You're trying to start a business. You're trying to start the roofing business. And listen, I've had contractors, construction workers sponsor this show. I know the shit and the stick that y'all get. I know that there's a lot of things that go on, you know, misunderstandings, conceptions. You know, I know you guys don't like to fuck with contracts, even like contractors. But you know, things happen, and for you, you were just like, don't trust anybody anymore, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Did the drug abuse and the alcoholism affect you and your family at all?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that relationship was strained for the longest. It was to the point where I didn't even feel comfortable talking to my family. You know what I mean? I didn't want to tell them my problems because like, what's the point of that? You know what I mean? I was just so closed off. You know what I mean? And man, the reason why I got so closed off, man, is because I try to rush something that I shouldn't have rushed. Starting a business, man, all this started because I wanted to start a business. You know what I mean? And man, that's the most stressful thing. For anybody that does it, I applaud them.
Yeah, for sure.
But starting a business is the most stressful shit in the world, man. You'll lose relationships over that. Yeah. Man, like you'll burn bridges, and then I burned a lot of bridges.
Really.
I'm not even gonna lie. With people that really cared about me.
Right.
People that loved me. You know what I mean? It's just I was stuck in that mindset.
Yeah. Do you think there's room for redemption though? Like now that you're being more vulnerable, like do you think that you can go to them and say, "Hey, look, I was in a different mind." Like, again, 2 years ago, I would have just tried to fuck you. I'm not gonna lie. Like I fuck niggas like that. You know what I mean? That I know that I could take advantage of it. You know what I mean? But I know that's like inappropriate to some people. I'm being funny, and so. In a serious aspect, though, do you think that you have room for redemption to go to those people and say, look, I know I fucked up. I know that I was not in the right mindset. I was on drugs. I was drinking. This was more than I thought I can handle. Do you think that you can do that?
I'd hope so. I guess I don't have a certain answer for that.
Okay.
I mean, I'd hope so. You know what I mean?
I think you can.
You know what I mean? And if I can fix that, by all means, you know what I mean? I'm not asking for the relationship to return to what it was.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was a piece of shit. Like looking back, I wouldn't even want to be around myself. You know what I mean? But and like I was saying, man, I feel sorry for the people that did have to witness that. Because I don't even know how to put myself into words. That's how bad I was.
What was the worst that you did to somebody that burned the bridges?
I guess just not caring. Just not, man. They're breaking down in front of me and I just laugh.
Okay.
You know
so just basically being heartless.
I mean, yeah, just basically being hard. I'm not. Yeah, I didn't do nothing too bad.
Like you didn't whoop nobody's ass.
No.
Okay.
I used to get in fights all the time at bars, but it was never somebody that.
I'm not going out with you then.
No, I'm chilling.
I can't stand going out with somebody that want to get in a fucking fight. Like I'll be like, bitch. That's what happens in soccer. I'm like, I'm not going to the fucking games because all y'all bitches want to do is fight. I almost had my first fight. Almost had to whoop a nigga ass over my best friend. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not doing this.
But nowadays I'm so chill, man. I'm so chill. That's
okay.
Yeah, that's past. That aggression's gone, man. It's just I'm trying to live more.
You know, and then what I can say in terms of advice, because I'm just a tad older than you, I think that you should reach out to those people via message, whatever the case is, and at least in the process of forgiving yourself, because that's where it starts, right? And say, look, I acknowledge a few years ago that I may have treated you different. It really, no, it does. It goes a long way more than people think. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It goes a long way more than people think. And you should really just reach out to them and say, I know that I was a big fuck up. I know that I treated you different. I know that I was insensitive to what you were going through at the time, but I was in this headspace, and I just want you to know that I am sorry. You don't have to forgive me, but I feel like in my heart, I have to tell you.
At least an apology.
Apology. You have to.
I know, absolutely.
You
absolutely.
have to. Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure. I do that all the time. I'd be like, I'm sorry that I don't know why you're not talking to me, but I apologize. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I definitely probably would do that. You know what I mean?
No, don't. Probably. I'm giving you some fucking advice. I'm older than you. I'm smarter than you. If you live to be 150, I'll be smarter than you in one finger. Okay?
Maybe. I don't doubt it.
I know that I'm just a little bit lit, but I always give good advice. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And shout out to my brothers. They be uppercutting me when I be on that bullshit.
Yeah, that's actually, I haven't been given that advice.
No, you have to. You have, because at the very least, you can say, I reached out. I extended an apology.
Yeah, definitely.
Move on. You know what I mean? Because then if you just live the rest of your life and you don't, they're gonna be like, well, fuck that nigga. He still don't give a fuck. That's what they're gonna say. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I know that's what they're gonna say.
But let me tell you something. I'm just the type of person that has to release.
I get it.
Like, I just have to. We need to have a conversation. And if you're not willing to have a conversation with me, then I don't even want to fucking entertain it. Like, then.
I get it.
But at the very least, I'm gonna tell you. Like, even when I piss off my friends, I will text them. I hate texting, but I just know that they love texting. I will text them and say, I am sorry that I did this, that, and the other to you. You know what I mean?
I mean, it won't hurt to do it. It won't hurt to do it.
Or
no, you're absolutely right.
You're a businessman now. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah. I mean,
you're in a different space.
Absolutely,
and you're still hot. Yeah. You are hot. I can call you hot. Like, that's not gay.
No, it's not. I appreciate it. I appreciate the compliment.
No. This to the girl you're talking to, you know, it's just but people don't realize that though. Like, starting a business, you're a roofer now. You have your own business with Salas Construction and Roofing, right? You have a team of people that work for you, and while people think, oh, he's just money bags, he's got it all together now, people don't really see how it affects you in the background. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Like I was saying, though, man, I'm just a way different person.
Yeah.
It's just, man. I still applaud you for not putting me on whenever I asked you 2 years ago. I wouldn't even know what I would have done. You probably would have got me kicked out.
No.
30 seconds sitting on this couch.
No, listen, I hate to say this, but I really try to be a good judge of character, right? Mm-hmm. And listen, 3 years, we can say this. I've had people on the show that I know they've pulled wool over our eyes. You know what I mean? And now when I see it, I know, because I know the true them. You know what I mean? But with you, I think I caught on to that. You were one of the few that I caught on to that real quick. And I was like, I'm going to sit on this guy for a few. Well, I didn't expect it to be a couple years, but I'm going to sit on him for a minute.
It probably did. It probably did take that long. You know what I mean? I'm hard-headed.
Yeah.
I'm so hard-headed. You got to bash information to my head till I'm like, finally.
But right. you know, Orlando, then I started really, because at the time, all I ever saw you posting at the time was like drama and shit. So I was like, this nigga is just not like, he's not no businessman. He just wants to come on my show and talk that shit, which I'm for, don't get me wrong. But now all of it is your roofing. You're getting jobs. I mean, I commend you with where you are. Like, listen, I take into consideration, especially getting to know you now on this episode, and we're running out of time. Oh, I hate it. But you've been through a shit ton of circumstances that were just negative and that you were supposed to fail in life. You know, statistically, you know what I mean? Absolutely. And now you have just really just turned everything around, and you really have just done so good for yourself. And I'm so proud when I see, oh, I just got these jobs in these towns, and I'm going to this fucking city that's far as fuck away, and I'm about to do these jobs with my team. And, you know, I'm just really proud of you. And that's why I was like, okay, now is the time. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I forgot what you looked like. And so when I was doing my little notes or whatever, I was like, oh, yeah, he's hot. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? So, no. But good for you, though. At what point did you realize, real quick, that I have got to get out of this dark space and I've got to start doing better and I'm going to turn everything around? And how did you do so?
This was like 8 months ago. It was literally.
Wow,
was
so
really
we're recent. Okay.
Absolutely. It really was. And then I just seen the impact I was making on people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was to the point where they're like, I don't even want to associate myself with you. It was literally that bad. And then,
right,
man, you just got to get in your own head. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, I've gone to therapy. I really have. You know
oh,
what
you
I mean?
have?
I've gone to therapy.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, man. And somebody on the outside looking in is going to tell you a lot more about yourself than yourself. You know what I mean?
It's been beneficial for you.
Absolutely. Wow.
Just
I had to beat that knowledge in my head, and it sucks. I'm so hard at it, but I understand it. I get it. I get it. They were right the whole time.
Yeah. That's so nice that you say that. You know, a lot of Latinos, we grow up and we're not supposed to.
We're machistas.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You got that.
I will say I've been that way. And let me just share this. I had Eric Archiga on this show, who was a barber. Shout out to your barber too, Eric the barber.
Oh, Eric Benitez.
Yeah, Eric Benitez. Shout out to him.
He got me lined up good. He
got you looking snackish over there. I would sit on your lap if we didn't have cameras on. But no. I just want to share this because you talked about that. I had Eric Archiga on this show, who is a barber. And the day before, and I shared this on the episode, I got annihilated. I mean, annihilated at Hecho en Waco. Right here in Waco, like it's up the street, okay? And I shared it on the show that, you know, the staff really took care of me. And Mauro, my Leslie, my friends, they came and they rescued me. And I remember them calling me, and my other friend, Jaime, my best friend. And I remember them calling me like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, why did you get that drunk at that restaurant to the part where you blacked out? Like, what, do you know how dangerous that is? Like, they were getting on to me, right? And I have to admit that it had a lot to do with just this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
I feel like even when we were out to drink, you were like, oh, you have the biggest show in Waco, right? And blah, blah, blah. And everybody says that to me. But I always, in my mind, I feel like, what can I do that's better? And I think at that point, it got the best of me. And shout out to my friends. Shout out to Hecho en Waco again, that really just came and saved me, because things could have been different. And I did. I let it get the best of me, and I just drank it all away. I drank it all away, and I was so mad at myself for that.
Absolutely.
And Mauro, he uppercutted me, and Leslie came and saved the day, and coordinated with Jaime. And just shout out to you guys. I understand.
You just don't realize that. You can't rush God's plan, man. Don't get me wrong. You just can't rush it.
Yeah.
For years, I was trying to rush this plan and literally cutting people off, being the most selfless person, but trying to rush something, it can be bad as well.
It's shitty, for sure.
Man, don't just let it do its thing. Let God do its thing, man, and just coast with it.
But now you're a successful entrepreneur and business owner, right?
I am.
All the girls are in the DMs, I'm sure. How many guys have slid in your DMs?
I mean, it's just, I don't swing that way. Don't get me wrong.
No, you're not gay. I'm just asking.
A lot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and like I was saying, I have nothing against that. You know what I mean? I say, hey, you look how, I'm like, thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For the record, I've never done that. I've never done that. I did it on camera. No, right? I've never messaged you and said that, right?
No,
yeah, I've never. Yes.
You haven't.
I have different tactics on how to get in your pants, but.
Holy shit! No, I get it.
But no, because now you are. Listen, Salas Salas Roofing, right?
Whatever you want to call
it. No, correct me. No, I have.
It's really Salas Construction Roofing.
And roofing, correct.
But the DBA, I can also do business under Salas Roofing. So there's no wrong way.
So Salas Construction Roofing, would you say it's doing better now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You guys are blessed.
Absolutely.
So you have a team of people that work for you now. Okay, so you guys have a solid. You have a solid team of people working for you?
I do.
And can I work for you part time, because I am looking for part time endeavors, and so I could be your assistant. I can be your secretary.
All right, yeah. Just if not, you got to be on the roof. I don't know how you feel about that.
Bitch, I can get on the roof. Don't play with me. See, people be thinking I'm a bitch ass nigga, right? But I really will do some manual labor. I laid turf at Soko Soccer Academy.
There you
go,
bitch.
Okay, in the sun. That shit was. I mean. People really think no. I'm being for real. People think that I'm a bitch, which I am a bitch. But I really can do some manual labor. I really am. I'm come from work. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
People don't think that about me, and I understand why. You know what I mean? Because I'm cute. You know what I mean? And I'm gorgeous. But I will get dirty and get my fingernails.
Whenever you wanna try out the roof, let me know.
I got you. Well, any of your people come with this? Like, do you think they need some attention from me?
I don't know. I guess I gotta.
Why don't you ask them?
I'm asking. As soon as I get, I'm gonna ask them.
Like if they've always wanted to be with guys, yeah. Tell them that I'm available. I would love a nice. Do they speak English?
Ooh, that's hard. Like 25% maybe.
Oh, perfect. I want a nigga that don't speak no English, because that means he can't talk to nobody. Habla español. Okay?
Absolutely. That's all they talk.
Dile que soy soltero.
Okay.
And estoy buscando por un hombre. para cocinar, hacer lonche, todo eso. All right?
All right.
Yeah, bitch.
I'm going to try to put you. I'm going to see what I can do.
Put me on, all right?
I got you.
I just want a man that wants construction worker, fingernails dirty as fuck, comes home, doesn't have social media, and just wants to.
That's my whole entire
crew. Oh, okay. Just wants
that's all 2 crews.
Perfect. Ooh, I can't wait to meet your crew. Just wants me to make them dinner, lunche, and just ravage me at night and then go to bed.
I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna see what I can do.
Bet, let's do it. So Salas Construction and Roofing is taking off. How can we reach you, Orlando? And what services do you offer besides getting me a man?
We do roofing, we do remodel. I'm not allowed. The best way to reach me is my cell phone. We have an office number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the cell phone is just a lot quicker.
Oh yeah. And you can plug it in if you'd like to. You're on the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody needs roofing or anything done, it's 254-633-0198. And that's my personal number. You know what I mean? Just I don't have access to the company one. I really don't. You know what I mean?
It's your company. You need
it is. No, I get it. But it's just a lot quicker if that way's the way of communication.
I got you. So we can text you. Don't be sliding his DMs now. He gave you the personal number. Don't be sliding in this nigga's DMs, please. And he's gonna get mad at me talking about delete the show. All right. No, would you say you're in a better place now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Like it's actually it gets emotional talking about how far I've come. Because I was a piece of shit. I
imagine. Cocaine does some shitty things to people. No, it does. I've witnessed
all the alcoholism too, man. And just, man.
It makes you a monster.
Like
I'm not lying. It makes you a fucking monster.
If anybody needs help, man, definitely reach out to me. Mm-hmm. You know, if they want to start a business, I started with -$4,000.
Yeah.
If I was able to do it, anybody can do it. And if I'll give anybody advice when it comes to that.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm here to help, man. I'm here to help.
I love it, Orlando. And he's cute to look at, too, if you need the help. Now, Orlando, what can you leave us with before we go? Is there any shout-outs? Is there any words of advice that you want to give to my listeners? Or anything I missed out on?
Or? I mean, I guess if anybody's struggling, man, just find the good in that. Find the good in that. It's going to build you up. It's going to build that ambition in you. It's going to make you want to succeed. That's how I started, was through struggling. Like I said, there's a lot of people, I don't want to struggle, I don't want to do this. Yes, struggle, but find the good in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to build that ambition that you need.
Right.
And you're going to succeed. You know what I mean?
And remind them that it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's still not easy to this day.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gotten easier, don't get me wrong,
right,
but
for sure.
It's not easier, man. It's not easy, but anybody that needs advice, man, just reach out to me. I'm here to help. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Nobody helped me, but I'm willing to help out. I would love to help out.
Yes. Absolutely. Orlando, thank you so much for coming on to this episode of The Public Affair. I'm so happy that we finally got to meet, have you on the show. The timing was just perfect. I'm so proud of you and your business endeavors. And if you ever need something from The Public Affair, we're always here for you.
Absolutely.
And I won't sleep with you, but if any of your,
I'm going to see what I can do.
Tell them what's up.
I'm going to see what I can do.
I am single.
I got you.
Yes.
So
everybody that's in this episode, thank you guys again so much. To Orlando Salas, thank you for coming on to this episode of The Public Affair. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. You're looking scrumptious over there. Yes. Now, before we go, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. My boy Jesus Sanchez, all the way from Mart, Texas. He's a small construction business from Mart, specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. Protect your home from the crazy elements of the weather, right? This weather is crazy. Be fucking up our roofs, they're fucking up our homes, and Brothers Roofing and Remodeling will get you taken care of with high quality and affordable work. Follow on Facebook and call them on the screen to Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Boyo Box and Audio with my boy Jeffrey Monreal. For all your help, he's your home for all your LED needs, auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and so much more. Now, Jeffrey put that 5% hint in my car.
Oh, so you good then?
Oh yeah.
It's not a fishbowl no more.
No. So now nobody can see what's going on inside, right? Now he's about to put starlights in my car. He's like, it's a new car. Some people might see, but I did pick my head up from the passenger side the other day, and somebody said they didn't see that. So, listen, Boyo Box and Audio is here for all your LEDs. And for the record, there's rumor going around that me and Jeffrey Monreal slept with each other, and we have not. But if he wanted to sleep with me, he could. Okay, so shout out to Jeffrey Monreal. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Junior Banda with my boy Fat Boy Micheladas and Botana, who provides the best michelada and botana plates for yourself or a part of me with a menu of a ton of different items. Talking about botanapos, chamois, pickles, and more locally operated. So make sure you get the best and not the rest. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Fat Boy Michelada y Botana and place your order now. To my boy Junior Banda, thank you so much for being for being just a hardcore sponsor and supporter of the Public Affair. I truly appreciate you, bro. And I'm slurring my words. Fuck. We good. And of course, to my girl Ana Limones for Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor. I got to see her work firsthand. Absolutely gorgeous. Call for all party decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event and make it stand out so everybody knows that you got something going on. She also has a number of wooden backdrops and so much more as well. Call the number on the screen to Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor. My girl Ana Limones, thank you so much for all your support of the Public Affair. I truly appreciate you. That was better, right? Yeah, so my boy Orlando Salas, thank you so much for coming on to the show. Did you enjoy your experience?
Absolutely, it was a vibe.
You did? Okay, good. Now, if any of your people want to slide in my DMs, just tell me. And if you slide in my DMs too, I'll promise I will keep it between us. You guys, thank you again so much for watching this episode of the Public Affair. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys again so much for all the love and support. I've got more coming on the way, but don't forget to always keep it between us.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.